Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go!
Our first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Check 53.
Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
A first down carry for Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The stop was made by Jannard Avery. Well, if you look at this Week 1 matchup on paper and you see the Titans' name next to the Browns' name, you're thinking, there can't be much history there. But if you factor in that the Titans used to be the Houston Oilers, well, there is good history there because these two franchises were division rivals in the old AFC Central. That was before the 2002 NFL realignment. So there is history, albeit way back in the rearview mirror. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Ready? Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Go. 1.
first down. It's Henry. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Mostert, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. To throw is Mariota. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Fielded about a yard deep. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 24. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield on play action. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Run.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
180. Don't get nervous. Pistol. Hurry. Banjo.
$3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
It's been a long day for you. Hurry. Motion. Mike's 57's right.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
180. 57 to Mike. Yeah. You don't want none.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Browns have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Mariota. His throw incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota in for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota to throw it. On the crossing route, complete. It's Smith. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check. Hurry.
Throwing, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. That is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Mayfield with it once more. Steps away to his left. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed in.
Now a hit and a loose football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run again with Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Hey, box drop.
57. Mike.
To throw, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
The Titans
We
pick
play
up
to
first
win.
and 10
Let's go.
at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mariota going to give to Lewis. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Throwing is Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Tennessee.
Mike.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. 53's the one. 53. They can't hang with that.
From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mariota. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To the air again, Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the 27-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the gun, Mayfield. He may try and run for this. Now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mariota gives to Henry. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
2nd and 7 at the Browns' 23-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
To throw Mariota. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hatch it. Check nickel.
Hey, alert 33.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
57 Mike 57.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Wesley Woodyard, he does a little bit of everything, and this time he gets the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Henry. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota going deep for Walker, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go, baby.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run with Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Titans on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll sneak it with Mariota. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Mariota to sneak it. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.